let's get right into it. We're going to best bets for the week. Who won last week? Eric won in a very, very convincing fashion. So let's start with Dr. Eager's best bet for the week.
For sure. I'm taking Dallas plus 3.5, minus 110 on Pinnacle. I'll take it out to minus 120. I make the game closer to 2.5, 3. When I look at this Dallas team, I think they have a lot of the strengths and the weaknesses of the 49ers. But the one thing that they do have that I think is underrated here is the consistency and the long-term viability of a quarterback in Dak Prescott. To Hitman's point earlier, we've only seen Brock Purdy really do a fantastic job against some mediocre defenses over the stretch of last season as well as the early part of this year. I think things regress a little bit for Purdy. I also think that Dallas can get home on him a little bit. I think they stop the run sufficiently with McCaffrey as well. And they do a good enough job of covering the Kittles and the Ayuks and the Samuels. So I think Dallas matches up much better than the market does here with the San Francisco 49ers.
All right, Hitman, we'll go to you. I know you've promised to wear a bag on your head for next week's episode if you don't convert. So there's a lot of pressure on this one pick. And maybe this is what the turnaround will be to turn you back into a pro sports bettor instead of a former pro sports bettor. What's going to be the play this week to get the Hitman back on track?
I said it last week. The leans are doing well. So what the touts do, whenever the leans are doing good, we talk about it. When they're not doing good, we don't mention it. So got that going for us at least. But my best bet is going to be the Rams +4, +4.5, good to 3.5. There's an outside chance we get Cooper Kupp back. The Rams are an above average team. To me, Stafford's balling out. He leads the league in big time throws this year. He's thrown for over 8 yards per attempt in 3 or 4 matchups. The Rams defense has been playing a lot better than market expectation coming into the year. Top 10 in success rate. They're now playing a familiar opponent in the Eagles offense, which is similar to the Colts offense scheme-wise that they played last year. Philly's pass defense has been susceptible to good quarterbacks, allowing explosive plays. Even going back to last year, whenever they faced a really explosive, good offense, they gave up a lot of points. Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, Dak Prescott in that December game in the regular season last year. Kirk Cousins this season was able to throw all over them. I think that the Rams offense is going to be able to have a lot of success in this game, and I made the line closer to 3.25. So give me the Rams in this one.
All right, Hitman going with the Rams to get them back on track. Suma, you went with Green Bay last week, which ended up being quite a stinker, and it's caused Kazone in the chat to tell you to go back to German soccer, stick to German soccer. So you need to recover here this week. You need to get back on track. Who's the best bet and why?
I hope that the Stroud Army will get me back on track, going with Texans +1.5 on Pinnacle right now. I'm really, really optimistic about this Texans team. I think when it comes to these both teams, we have to convert more to in-season data and more off of our priors. Texans are really doing a lot of great stuff. I think that the quarterback play and the way the offense is working right now is in a different ballpark than Atlanta. I have some concerns about the Texans defense, but the way that Desmond Ridder is playing, I'm not sure that he will solve all these problems. He's really been playing on Zach Wilson territory, and solid chance that Laramie Tunsil and Titus Howard will be back this week. That would give the Texans O-line a boost. And CJ Stroud already has been balling out within structure from clean pocket, like I said, 30 PFF grades, second in EPA per dropback from clean platforms. Yes, going with the better offense here.
Okay, that's 3 sides. And I'm going to wrap it up here with the Thursday night football game. Try to make this watchable for everyone. It's the Commanders and the Bears on Thursday night football. And I'm going to go with the total in this one. Over 44, key number, at -110. This is good up to 45. And I mean, honestly, the handicap is very simple for me. We watched these teams play in primetime last year. It was a horrible, horrible game. I believe the final score was 12-7, and not really indicative of the way that game played out, especially on the Bears offensive side of the ball, where they had several trips into the red zone in that game. They threw an interception in the end zone. There was a stop on 4th and 1. I believe 2 stops on 4th and 1. But the Bears, in my opinion, are just a big-time over team right now. Injuries in the secondary, even with a healthy secondary, the Bears are horrible defensively because they don't generate pressure. I do think Washington is going to move the ball. On the other side of things, Chicago, Justin Fields much more active in the offense in terms of rushing the ball. I think that works in their favor quite a bit when he's able to be a dual threat quarterback and not just a pocket passer. We saw that last week against the Broncos. The Commanders' defense is fine, but it's not anything to write home about. They can be exposed as well. 44 is just a little bit too low in this one for me. I have this closer to 46 and a half. So Thursday night football, Commanders and Bears over the total. Join me for the live watch along of that game over on the Hammer HQ on Thursday night.